How many lies? How many lies do we put up with before we become as brave as the people in Brazil who apparently aren't taking any BS anymore? How many times in a single week do we put up with their propaganda? Because if the establishment media, politicians, activists, and influencers aren't lying, they are at best giving us their truth in the most exaggerated ways possible. And it seems as though it doesn't matter who you support anymore. The majority of them all lie to you. So again, how much more do we, as the typically rational electorate, become irrational because of the decades of abuse we've endured at the hands of the same people who say they exist to serve you? Maybe we should literally make them our servants and give them a glimpse of what it's like to be used for someone's nefarious gain. Of course, I'm being hyperbolic. But the point remains, how many lies are too many? Hey everybody, thanks for joining me one more time for another edition of the best kept secret in the conservative movement, things that need to be said. For MRC TV, I'm Kangadis. Really quick, I'd love it if all of you could head on over to Rumble, subscribe to our channel, and hit that plus button. And no matter where you watch our videos, please share, like, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. I love to read what you guys have to say, and I couldn't do what I do without all of you. Now, on with the show. If you were allowed to watch last week's episode by the social media overlords, you'd know that I went over a list compiled by Glenn Beck that noted the most comprehensive list of lies pushed by the establishment communist media that I've seen to date. So why am I talking about the media's profession, lies and propaganda, again this week? Because their lies should not be allowed to go unnoticed, or at the very least seen but ignored. Yesterday, Tuesday, another immediate lie by most of the media, and it didn't matter which side they leaned to, that Russia shot a missile into Poland while continuing their fight against Ukraine. Well, it turns out that the most likely scenario of what actually happened is that Ukraine used Russian defense missiles in their fight against Russia, missed, and a missile landed in Poland, killing 2. Sadly, the rub of it all is that if you state the truth these days, actually, let me take it a step further. If you reserve judgment of what happened until more information comes out, which could directly contradict the establishment's initial narratives, you must be the bad guy, which in this case would be Russia. They always want to call you a Russian or a 1930s or 40s German-style soldier. I would use the literal terminology that we all know, but YouTube really doesn't like open and honest discussions on their platform. Or they want to call you a white supremacist or a MAGA Republican. Well, here's the thing. Let them. What's the word of a liar anyway?
So pile into your clown car of lies, because you're all going down. Lies, lies.
Or how about the lie, which not only the media but celebrities like Tom Brady pushed, that you should totally invest in this cryptocurrency market called FTX. This guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, just gives away all this money to charitable causes, which in this case, a large portion of that money disappeared. And to where? To the Democratic Party to aid them in whatever shenanigans we endured during last week's election. Now, I'm not saying anything fraudulent or illegal happened there, but I'm not saying it either. In any case, billions of dollars are gone. Investors were duped, and the left could care less because the money was already spent, and the story doesn't advance their message. As far as the midterms, there are lots of takes on the possible lies and deception that might have or might not have taken place. All I'm going to say about the trustworthiness of that election is that the woman in charge of elections in Arizona just happened to be the same person to squeak out a win as governor. No conflict of interest there, but that was declared in her favor after election officials were learning how to count. Apparently, being able to count in states run by Democrats is an advanced skill that very few, if any, have mastered in those places.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting, whatever the amount.
My whole point is to merely ask the question, is there anything, any piece of information that can be truthful enough to trust and believe? I actually don't think so anymore. Now, I'm going to keep this a little shorter this week, but I mentioned at the top about the brave Brazilians who have taken to the streets by the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in defiance of an election that they feel they know wasn't legitimate. That's beautiful. And you don't have to be violent like the American left in order to get your voice heard. It's simply a matter of numbers. And don't let them tell you scenes like that aren't beautiful. Those are the actions of people who believe in a lawful republic. Don't let them make you think that scenes like the one I just showed are akin to insurrection or sedition or treason or whatever other spooky government word they trot out to intimidate you. Is it time for us in the US to take note of the bravery of the Brazilians and mimic the style of protest that they are doing? Well, we're probably past that point, but maybe not. But ask yourself again, how many lies will I tolerate until I can't, no, shouldn't tolerate them anymore?
That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more.
So, am I headed to the gulag after this one? Will I be seen next week? Or were these just things that needed to be said? Let me know in the comments, where I do read most and reply to some. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel on Rumble and hit that plus button. If you like this video, don't forget to share, comment, and give it a thumbs up. Those are the best ways to help these videos reach more people, and it's the best way to let us know you want us to keep these videos coming. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that YouTube might actually let you know when MRCTV comes out with a new video if they haven't censored it or taken it down yet. Like us on Facebook and check out more of our work at MRCTV.org. For MRCTV, I'm Nick Kangadis.